It's me. So I got some stuff to talk about. A couple of things I actually was trying to record last night, but this here Share Factory had other ideas. Basically, it decided to completely and utterly break down. So two of these items are not so as newsy as I would like them to be. My apologies. Um, Please always remember before I start this video that sometimes I put in bonus content, and it's for you, the true fans, to find it. Right, so let's get into the older stories and then we'll get into the newer story at the end. Right, so the two things I wanted to talk about last night. Tim Sterling. Now, the Jimquisition is coming under a lot of stress and strain over, pretty much since it got ever popular back when it was on The Escapist. But Jim always seems to be one for getting all the really bad stuff coming his way. I mean, we've all seen the lawsuit with Digital Homicide and all the rest of it, and how he manages to get around Nintendo by putting other copyright claimed stuff on his videos so that Nintendo can't claim it because everybody's trying to claim the same money. He even managed to do it to such a point where he could get Nintendo of America to fight Nintendo of Japan on the same video. Dude's got smart. Um, Well, what's Jim done this time to annoy so many people? Well, he decided that he was not going to give Zelda Breath of the Wild a 10 out of 10. He was not as pleased with it as some other people are. And the fact of the matter, that's his choice. His job, his actual proper job, okay, is as a YouTube reviewer and speaker of video games and all sorts of video game shenanigans. You know, this is his job. Now he's doing his job, as far as I can tell, honestly to the best of his ability. You know, you may not like his style, but the fact of the matter is the guy has a serious amount of content. He edits well. You know, you may not like how he says what he says or how he does it, but he does it, and that's his hustle. You know, how are you to say the man's doing his job right or doing his job wrong when you don't do that job? I mean, I'm a YouTuber, and I wouldn't think to tell Jim how to do his job. He's a much bigger deal than me. With way more resources and stuff. And he's come with stuff I would never have thought of. That simple. But, here's where it gets tricky, okay? If, like, for instance, Jim likes a game you like, that's awesome. Yeah, that's like a big win. You like the game, he likes the game. Everything's groovy in your world. But if if he doesn't like the game and you like the game, then you decide to throw your toys at the pram? I just don't understand that thinking. I really don't. You know? Well, let's put it this way, right? When you go online, alright, and let's say you use Twitter or Facebook or even make a video of your own. Let's say you're not really a YouTube maker of content, but you've been driven to the point where you feel, I must make a video about this. I have been so aggrieved by the review of a bloke. You know, some guy on the internet has gone, nah, I don't think so, and therefore I must rage. If, you know, I'm being slightly flippant, I acknowledge that, but, you know, let's call a spade a spade. Alright? Now, when you post the link in those forums, or anywhere else for that matter, then it is basically the case that as you post that link, people are going to see it and they're going to click it. And when people click a link, that means they watch the video. When they watch the video, regardless of how long, the analytical power of that video goes up. As do the views, they go up. And the more it goes up, the more it comes into the people's suggested feed. If it's in the suggested feed, what happens? More people have a chance of clicking it. What happens with that? More analytics, more views. snowballing and snowballing. To a point where the video is like uber popular. You know what you want to do? If you really don't like a video, don't watch it. You don't like a review, you don't like, what is being said, don't watch it, don't share it, don't do anything with it. Because as soon as you share it, in any capacity, you make it clickable, you make it more watchable. You turn it into forbidden fruit. And we all know what happens with forbidden fruit. Yeah? Come on. So, he didn't like the game. Not everybody likes the same game. Hell, I don't like Skyrim. My first ever review on this channel, which was like as when the channel became, I decided to have the channel as a channel and not just a place where I collected videos. My second ever thing I did was tear Skyrim a new one because I just don't like it. I wanted to like it, I really did, but I didn't. It's that simple. The second thing, so less than 2 years, I think, of Kinda Funny being set up, and Greg and Cole and Nick and Tim leaving the hallowed halls of IGN, they decided to set up their own venture, Kinda Funny. And I really like the Kinda Funny content. I tune in most days to the Kinda Funny morning show. I listen to it on my headphones while I clear up at work. My wee boy likes it too, you know, because a couple of guys mucking about. I really like the conversations they have, and I absolutely love P.S. I Love You XOXO. It's a continuation of the almighty Beyond, which I love Beyond. And yes, I happen to like Max Schofield and Brian Altano's, twist on Beyond. I actually think they're doing a good job. There, I said it. Ooh. Right? But here's the thing, okay? Just because I like it doesn't mean you can't not like it, and doesn't because I might not like a thing doesn't mean you can't like a thing. Alright? But Colin Moriarty, he leaves Kinda Funny. And everybody's like, oh no, everything's destroyed, blah. It's like, come on, really? Okay, they're going to have to reject things a little bit, but the idea of Kinda Funny is strong enough. Now, admittedly, P.S. I Love You XOXO is in a little bit of a jam because it's Greg and Colin. But Greg, if you're watching, bro, I'll do it. I'll do it for nothing. Just send me a Google Hangout link or a Skype link. Call your boys in, bloke, I'll do it. Not a problem. I mean, I've been podcasting for ages with like Wingy and on the State of Gaming, and with PlayStation News Now on the Gamer Couch. I mean, I've been doing podcasts with different people and interviews online and stuff, for a long time, and I've been YouTubing for nearly 4 years, podcasting for at least half of that. So I think I've got this stuff down. Of course, there have been some people who have criticised Colin Moriarty for a tweet he sent out that I personally haven't read, but I believe it was during International Women's Day, and he made maybe not the best joke, maybe slightly crass, but it was just a joke, that a day without women would be a quiet day. A bit immature, yes, slightly dark humour. I can see where he was going with it, but this is the nature of the 21st century and the internet, that someone's going to be offended. This is how it goes. So, he's made the shift from that, I don't think because of that tweet, but because he wants to work on more political stuff, which, to be fair, Colin Moriarty is a very politically minded fellow, and if that's what he wants to do, then gotta follow your heart, man. Gotta. But I really sincerely hope that P.S. I Love You XOXO continues, because I really love that show. Right. The last piece of news. The newest newsy news part. That sounds so much work. apparently, it looks like the changes to PlayStation Now, which remember spoke about recently about it disappearing from a few different systems and smart TVs and such. Looks like they're reshifting the focus to put more of it, including some, but not all, PlayStation 4 titles to PC. Now, you guys have heard me speak about this kind of thing before, and if you haven't, then I shall reiterate. Here's the important part, don't, the even more important part, mind. Okay? And I'll tell you for why. And some of you guys have been with me a while will know what I'm about to say. Right? I don't mind because more players. Right? More people to play with. More people to buy stuff from Sony. You know, because let's face it, it goes through the Sony store. Okay? And the money for renting goes to Sony. So that basically means they have more money for development, to make the network better, to put into hardware for, you know, R&D for PlayStation 5, if that happens. It just means more players, more people to play with, more people having fun, you know. And, you know, people go, no, well, it's not exclusive, it's on PC. So what? So what? Right? I mean, yes, exclusives are nice, okay? You know, a cushion on a couch is nice, but you don't technically need it. Couch just needs to be comfy. A game system just needs to have awesome games. I mean, look at Nintendo, right? Nintendo have basically brought out a system, yet again, that is underpowered compared to everything else on the market, right? And people are losing their minds going, oh no, is the Scorpio really going to be successful? Because everything on Xbox is going to be on PC. The fact of the matter is there are people who don't like to play on PC. And they will buy a Scorpio, you know. There are people that don't like to play on PC, and these people will buy a PlayStation Pro. And PlayStation Pro's been selling alright, you know. And if there's another upgrade or complete generation shift from Sony in another 2 to 3 years, then that will probably sell as well. Because people like consoles. They like the ease of use. They like a gamepad in their hand. They like to chuck in the disc or start of the game. They're not going to have to worry about drivers or compatibility issues, or does this joystick work with this particular bit of equipment. It just goes. And it's hard to, you know, defeat that. So, you know, people go, oh, the teraflops, you know, it's like, so what? I mean, like you saw my Nintendo Switch review. You know, I don't know how many teraflops in that thing, but you know, I know I had fun. You know what I have on this PlayStation 4? Fun. You know what I've had when I've played on my mate's Xbox One? Fun. That's all I give a crap about. Is it fun? Did I get my money's worth? Am I having a good experience? If the answer to all those, or even half of those is yes, then that is all you technically really need. You know, we don't need to worry about teraflops and frame rates and that. These are all icing on the cake. Okay? Possibly the cherry as well. As long as we've got awesome games, people to play them with, you know, and great systems to run them on, do we really need to worry about, you know, how much power is running the thing, how many teraflops, you know, how many bits, you know, how big the online network is, yada 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 yada. It's just so frustrating. You know, we always looking to have this pissing contest. You know, we're all measuring dicks. So unnecessary, so unwanted, so unneeded. All it does is just bring about more stress, more arguments, you know. The last thing gamers need to do is have a go at other gamers, okay? We've got enough people having a go at us from the Christian. sorry about that, guys. My Share Factory ran out of data space, so I'm having to make an additional bit of video. Right, so pop right wing, from Christian groups and politicians and the rest of it, and people on the internet going, oh, video games are evil. People like Sarkeesian going, tools of male dominance, and no, this is games. Okay, I'm not into male dominance, I'm not into any game dominance, I just want games. Alright? Everybody's cool. And everybody's not cool at the same time. Okay? Alright, anyway, that's enough rambling for me. Please remember to rate, favourite, comment, share, subscribe, and of course, as always, nae bother.